It is November 9, 2025, and it is 1 month to my birthday. But it doesn't matter what day I celebrate my birthday because no one is coming. Almost no one send me any greeting. It is on Facebook sending me those greetings because Facebook remind people about the birthdays, and now I have started every time it's coming up birthday noticed from Facebook. I delete these people that I don't know, that have never talked to me. So it's been less and less so-called friends on Facebook. But today I got I have a young woman that talked to me about UFO, and she was sending me a blog to read, and it was very much about UFOs that have started to come closer and closer to us, and but it have going on in many years, but it seems like they take a step closer and closer for every year. And I have talked about that in this podcast sometimes, that I think UFO is more likely to come than Jesus is coming on a cloud like that, and I have said that for some years now. I have had this podcast for 5 years, and I have talked about it for some years ago, and in some episodes I have talking about that I believe that more likely that the UFO is coming and change everything, and and so I'm not frightened about the UFO, not at all, and I don't like when they are coming in the night and wake me up and standing on the side of my bed. That I don't like. I have told them that they can come in the daylight or evening when I am awake, and these spirits that is coming and talking, when it's sometimes I think that it can be a UFO that are sending telepathy, talking to me, and not from afterlife. But it is very hard to know this, because those in afterlife can be also in UFO, that they have cleaned them up from illness they have had, and could make them to come here and talk to us. And it was this that I remember from when I was killed as a child, that it was something that was holding me in my shoulders that was like of steel, of metallic things, and that I think it was a UFO holding me with these robots like arms, but it can be someone from afterlife that they have repaired their bodies, because those in some of the planets outside in the universe, they are so far before us, so they know these technical things to repair people. We repair people here on Earth, but we are not coming so far, so we can change the most of the whole body. And so it was what I got just before I started this recording. And but I wanted to recording because I'm going to tell you that I'm going tomorrow, and they're coming from the health care, like a doctor. He's not a doctor, but therapeutic for the body. And he's going to see if I can parking my scooter in the house where I'm going to move to. And I know I'm not going to could do these things, because I am very, very scared of doors that close automatic, that you can't hold in and let it close when you want it to close. Because I have been in an accident with these kind of things with my scooter, and that's what the room have, that they have for me to use, and then it's very tight to come in, and it take forever to come in, and it take more forever to drive backwards and take it out. So I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to tell he that coming from the health that he say he wanted to see it before he's sending to the department at the hospital that I can get something else to drive with. But I'm not worried about it. It's a little technical issues when I move now, because I can't parking the scooter and walk up to my new home like that. But I'm going to do it anyway, and place it where it look like I am only going away for a short time and coming back, so no one steal it. And so it's been a little hard before I have moved. Now in December it will be hard. And then last time I was in the group and drinking coffee, I I find out that I could take my books. I have some books still in my home that I can't read, but it is like very much picture to look at, and those expensive and almost new books, I'm going to place it in that room where we drink a coffee, because it's there is a bookshelf where people can borrow books and read. So I'm going to take with me my new Bible that I bought from LDS Church. It's very beautiful with gold pages and very nice. It's not a cheap book. And I place it there in the bookshelf for people to read if they want to read the Bible. And for me, is it no anymore? I don't need to study the Bible. I have the Bible on internet. I can check it out when I need to check it out. But I get from the spirit world, so I don't need a book to know the answer. And it comes something this morning that someone have listened at an episode that I had forgot, and it was about making, I think it's called Elah, in Israel, to try to be a citizen in Israel. And I pay for the papers and fill in the papers to could stay in Israel. But I got denied, and there was no one that helped me. The rabbi here in Sweden, he told me that it doesn't work for a woman to by herself, and be that I was too old to be accepted to Israel, because it should be people that can make kids, women that could make kids. So I was too old to apply, he said to me. And so in that episode, was it something else that I listened at it, and something else that I didn't know. It was there because it was a spirit thing, and it is like temporary. It's not staying. When the spirit is going out from me, I mostly don't remember what he is saying or she is saying. The spirit. It is for just when I recording, for you that listen to this recording, to know. And I think I need to listen a little more on what I have recording, because this was about Moses why he didn't enter into the promised land. And that is something I have thinking about when I was into reading the Bible and wondering, why did Moses not enter into the promised land? Because it was a promise from God that he should enter in there. But it is this, that we can walk away from what God promised us. We have a free will to go away from it. I don't have it. I don't have a free will, because I am God's daughter, and I can't do anything on my own. I have to wait for God to come, and God to tell you that listen at my podcast that it's not my podcast. Again, I say wrong, because it's the Spirit's podcast. But I can't do things on my own when it comes to important things. I have to wait for God to tell me what to do, and so it is now when I'm moving, because I don't have any money to pay those that help me to move. And if I had, I should have paid them. If I had the money, I should pay them. That have not been any doubt in me, but I don't have any money. And the answer was that the Spirit was coming and it was telling me about the promised land, why it says like that. And the Spirit was telling that the promised land is not the land you can see. It's not about this earth, what we have, because God have not any land. God have no countries, and it is. I don't want to say it have never been, but it have not been today. It's not in the modern time. It maybe was in the beginning of this planet. But Moses, the promised land. Now I'm very, very dry. Oh. I'm very dry in my throat, because her Spirit is here. Oh. Because I don't know if it's follow in this that was talking about in that episode. It was for 3 years ago. And the Spirit was telling about the promised land. It's not a land. It's not something you can touch. It is about your mindset. To be, and I say that before the Spirit come, I say that Moses, he was not calm down. He was, he was listen at other people and not take the decision of his own. He go angry and like he hit a stone that he should make it to come water flowing out from that stone, and that is symbolic things. And he didn't do that in that way God wanted him to do. He was angry and hit the stone, and that's why he didn't enter into the promised land, because he was not calmed down and thinking that God will take care of this. And the promised land is what's inside your head. That is the promised land, where it is running milk and honey, as it says, symbolic. It's not about what we can buy. It's not like that. It's the milk is from the mother, and the honey is from the spirit coming and mix it, and it will be in your mindset. That was very interesting, and I had not taken it in that the Spirit was telling that, and I can understand. I can understand this, that he didn't come into the promised land with the milk and honey, because he was not calmed down. He had not come to know about to be in the mindset that God wants us to be. And I tell you, it may be hard for you to understand this, but since that episode where I was talking about now I don't really remember, but it's about to stay calm. Now a spirit is here and he's remind me. The episode is the storm will never last forever. And that is a powerful episode that you should listen at, because since that recording, I have been calm. I'm not worried anymore. God told me that know that I am God. He said that to me, and then I be reminded that they are saying that to us from the spirit world, that don't have any fear. Only know that we are God, that those in afterlife is under God and working in God, because it's God that allow them to do things on earth here. And so it's God in everything. And I have so hard when the Spirit sits on me. He's doing this like I see he's turning around the pages in a book, And I say to him in telepathy that I want to know why you are here, what's going on. And this is not like the other spirit that was close to die. This is he's a young man he's showing me that he is a young spirit. So he don't do the same thing as the old spirits does. And he say that to tell you that you should many of the answer you ask can you find in the Bible, and in that way that I did in the beginning when I was homeless in United States and didn't know what to do. And then I put a finger into the Bible and read where the finger pointed. And it was always right text for me to read. And that's what he is telling you that you need to do. It's you think that you know the full Bible, he is saying, but there is missing pieces, because you that have been to the church and the pastor is telling you that you should write up what he's preaching and then go home and read it in the Bible and come to know it better, what he was preaching about. And most of you don't do that because you are too tired after the service, church service. But I tell you, you can do that any time. You can put the finger into the Bible, and there is part of the Bible that you have never heard about, because those pastors, preachers that is in the pulpit, they only preaching about what they know, what they can explain. Those part, especially in the Old Testament, they don't go there because they don't understand it. But you can go there and place your finger into a Bible without to look where you place the finger. You only close your eyes and then you put the finger in the Bible, and God will show you what is saying there. And I have told you that you can write to me and ask if you don't understand that part in the Bible. I will give you the answer, because the Spirit is with me and they tell me what it's talking about in real. And you know that it says that you should read the Bible in the Spirit that am true. So you should ask the Spirit what it says in the Bible, and not asking the pastor to help you to understand, because he don't preach there because he don't understand it. So you need to study by yourself. And this I try to check out if it's something I'm going to do more this week. That's coming up. And today is it here in Sweden is the Father's Day, and that I don't remember when I could celebrate the Father's Day. Of course, I celebrate the Father's Day when I lived with my daughter's father, when she was too young to could do it on her own, and and it's remind me about when we had au pair, a girl from Poland, when my daughter was so young, so she couldn't read, and we had a Polish au pair. Au pair is a girl that coming most from another country to stay in the family and take care of the kids, maybe cleaning up some of what's going in this with to take care of the kids. And so we had one from Poland when I was working, and she took with me my daughter to the city, and they should buy a card, a greeting card, and and it was I am wrong in this, because it was Mother's Day's card they should buy, and it was a beautiful card they come and gave me. And it was this with pink color, what a little girl like, a little gold, and then it was like a princess sleeping. It was like a fairy tale card, and then I open the card and read the text that was inside the card, and it says, "Congratulations to the baby." It says, and she was Polish, and she didn't know any Swedish, and my daughter couldn't read, but she saw the pictures, so she wanted to buy that for me, and it was very cute, but it was also fun to get this card. I think the spirit, I know I have something right with this spirit, because it's my father. It is my father, and why I say and he say that he was a young spirit, I know why he say that, because I have seen him in heaven, and that's why, because I helped him to come into heaven, and those people that is allowed to come into heaven, but they have been very bad in their earthly life, and because of God's mercy, they can come in, but they are not going to be in that age where they passed away. It's going to be when before they do those crazy, stupid things that destroyed their life and their connection with God. And my father is about in his 20 when I have met him in heaven, and in like a vision, dreams I get, and he had been in his 20s, but he passed away when he was 62. But he was alcoholic and kind of destroyed my life, but it was what God wanted it to be, because I learned from it the very hard life I have had. I learned from it and can tell you also about solution for your life, and you come to know that I have been there also, that you are. Yes, I only did twice. I took some drugs. I took hashish and smoke, and I have never smoked, but in those 2 times I smoked hashish, and I didn't like what I felt, because it was like a sack, a potato sack. I goes very slow in my brain, no action at all, only sitting like a sack. That's how it come to be with my brain about smoking, and it was not the same time. It was different hashes I smoked, so it was not like the, if we can say, brand to it, because it was different, maybe 4 or 5 years between them, and I didn't like that, and I never did it later on. So I have done that with drugs also, and then I have been sitting in a room where they are smoking, and that have affected me also. So I know what you're going through in that way, but those stronger drugs I have never done. Those crazy things that going on today, that is to put animals to sleep, and like an elephant, and they are selling it to people, and they be like crazy. It's not, they don't be running around wild. They are only hanging with their bodies. They are like walking dead people with that kind of drugs. I know all this because I was also once a teacher for people that have done drugs and should come back to life. And I teach them computer things. and so I'm not. I have some knowledge about drugs because I lived with druggies when I was homeless in United States also. So I know this with the crystal things today, and that this is my father have coming through and talk, and he have not show up how he look like because he is different in heaven than what he was in on earth, and it's I'm thinking, should I say congratulations, father, because he's not really my father anymore. He is one in my heavenly family. He is, but that is everyone that is in heaven. We are like one family, and but I am not in the meadow. I am in God's throne room. So, but I think I maybe see him in heaven, even if we are not in the same area of heaven. And so he show up now, and I don't know if I am happy because of that, but he was talking as a spirit to me, and I don't remember what he was saying now. I maybe need to listen at this recording. I know that there is not many that listen at this podcast today because you are in the church. You are in a church service, and still are you there? And I'm talking about this with the church, that you don't get it there. That it's a social meeting place in the church buildings, but you don't get any knowledge like like you get here about the future. You maybe learn a little from the past, but you don't learn from what will come in the future. And what to do before the future are here. That you need to fix your mindset. I have teach you many times in this podcast according what the Spirit have told me, and you need to learn from it because it's a spirit and it's the truth. So I would say I may be recording what happened even tomorrow when I'm going to check out if I can have the scooter with me, or I'm not worried about it because I don't want to go out anymore. I'm going to be still, and that is, you heard it in that 2018 when I was in this with Dan. I don't remember what hypnosis was it. Thank you, the spirit. When I was in the last hypnosis, it was told this to stand still, and Dan didn't understand it because he said, "Now it's time for you to go back to the bench." And I told him, I am already at the bench because I have not moved one step. And this is what it will be. I'm going to stand still. And I tell you that I have paid my rent for December. I pay 2 rents because I'm worried about what will happen when this Russian man is going to turn me into that I have a bill to pay him, and they can go into my bank account and take the money I have. I'm allowed to have about $600 in my bank account, and everything else they will take away if I don't place it where it's going away from the bank. And now I have a bill that if the money is coming in, I'm going to pay the bill to him, and then I don't have that money on my bank account. So it's only that. And if I can pay the bill, I don't have any debt. So then they can't come into my bank account and look at it. So it's sold with that money that you are sending me to pay the bill. And so I thank you for that, because that is not on me, but I'm not worried about it because they need to move me in some way. And I'm going to tell him tomorrow from the health clinic that I have this bill laying on my shoulder, and see what he is saying, what to do with it. And so it maybe will be a new episode tomorrow, because no one have sent me any money. No one have obey what I have told you to do. I'm the daughter of God, and so it's a test on you. It's not that God is evil. It's that God is doing a test on you. That's what it is. So, thank you for listening, and God bless you.